I'll start from using a simple placeholder name on the H1 and a lorem for the paragraph. Hit Tab when you type in lorem to insert a dummy paragraph. Next, we now link our Bootstrap using the link tag, wherein we insert the CDN link on the href attribute. Make sure to copy the correct CDN for the Bootstrap. Visit getbootstrap.com, then look for the docs. Under Docs, locate the CDN links, copy the CSS CDN, and insert it in the link tag. CDN stands for Content Delivery Network. It is a network of distributed servers that work together to deliver content, such as web pages, images, videos, and other multimedia, to users based on their geographic location. The main purpose of a CDN is to improve the speed and performance of content delivery by reducing the distance between the server and the user, thereby decreasing latency and load times. Now, let's run the HTML file in order for us to see the effect of Bootstrap into our project. If you notice, the font applied in our file already changes. I can comment out the link in order for you to see the difference. Go back to your code editor, highlight the link, then hit Ctrl/. So if this changes, it means to say that Bootstrap is working in our project. Refresh the page, then you will notice that the fonts inside will change to default font of your browser, which is the Times New Roman. Now I put this one back, similarly. Highlight, then press Ctrl, then \. Now our problem for this is the content is placed across from left to right, and we don't want that to happen, so the first thing we need to learn is the use of a container. Go back to Get Bootstrap, then look for the container. Containers are a fundamental building block of Bootstrap that contain, pad, and align your content within a given device or viewport. Containers are the most basic layout element in Bootstrap and are required when using our default grid system. Containers are used to contain, pad, and sometimes center the content within them. While containers can be nested, most layouts do not require a nested container. So we're going to fix this. Let's check the code structure for the container. So if you notice, the selector does not only be a class, it could be an ID or something else. You'll start from the div container, then insert class attribute, and the content will be container. Make sure that the closing tag for the div will be at the end of the file you want to contain. Now if you refresh, there is now a margin around my content. Thus, it is responsive as it goes along with the sizes of a device. However, if you want to see big changes, you can swap in a different browser like Chrome in order for us to see the changes. And there are breakpoints if the size changes. So, this sizes change accordingly because of Bootstrap from tablet, smartphone, or desktop screen sizes. Another thing to discuss the container fluid, wherein somewhat different from an ordinary container. So if you run this, you'll find a difference on the side of the div, which still contains a small grid on the sides. Now, if we refresh this, you'll find slight changes. You will notice this grid if you open the developer tools by pressing F12 on the keyboard and try to check the grid. And there are still breakpoints as to the sizes of each screen. Now press F12 to identify the grid on the side of this div container. The rectangular colors on the sides of the paragraph are the grid or the container fluid that we have applied. We will discuss more of this if we are going to discuss the grid system. That's it for now. I hope you learned something.